what's the plan for today? I did some level design yesterday. Or, not much, honestly, but we can see what I did. And I think I want to work on some of the art today for the Twilight node. I'm not entirely sure what I want to do though. Oh my god. It is a little hard. I think we want to make these little sections here a little wider. And in terms of like what the object is going to look like, or like what those little sections are going to look like, I'm either going to add like a shader on there, or what we could do is like make the outside area, like whenever we enter this state, it makes the entire screen dark, or like, you know, add tunnel vision or something to the outside, so you can barely see what's on the outside, and then you have to like traverse through the rest of the game. I think that would look pretty cool. World test dot, where is it? Right here. Yeah, I think that would look pretty cool. Like the outside area is dark, but we still need to add some sort of shader to the center right there. Let me see what we could find. Finish Twilight mechanic shader. Okay, yeah, I wrote some stuff down. Fix idle state. Oh yeah, there is one bug, and that's going from this almost should never happen, going from the idle or like move state into the Twilight state, but it does exist, and I'll want to fix that. Also, I'm not like lately what I've been doing is adding spikes to the edges, and that's the only way that would like punish the player. We could either do that, or we could make it so that if there's any collision with walls, then the player dies. Could go either way. The thing is, if we make it so that there aren't any spikes and the player doesn't die, then they can just get stuck in a corner right here, and then like nothing happens. And it ruins like the it kind of ruins the gameplay in my opinion. So I'll have to figure that out. Let me look at some shaders really quick. I think for now, for the time being, we might just... Oh, this looks pretty cool too. Here, let me... we can use this. Although, in pixel art, it wouldn't look nearly as cool, but I do like the effect. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, some sort of stars maybe. Starfield with parallax scrolling effect would be pretty cool. Here, let's just... Fast star nest. So yeah, we could use any of these. I think this I've seen this one in the past, or no, this one I've seen in the past a bunch of times, and it looks pretty cool. I don't know if it's gonna match the aesthetic of our game, but we can try it out. I'm gonna try this one just because it's very basic. Honestly, it just looks like pixels, but it might look kind of cool. So let's just copy this. Also, don't know how it's gonna look like on our tab map here. Let's see. Let's go into, we'll make a new shader here, new shader material. Add a new shader here. We'll just paste this in. And we also want to make sure that it's unshaded. I don't remember how to do that, but I'll figure it out. What the hell? Is it like... What the hell's going on? Yeah, let's see what it looks like in game. I don't think it's gonna look good. I think it's because we set it to black that it like... Yeah, what the hell? Let me see. Now let's see what this looks like on a new image. Star color. Oh, there we go. Okay. So it seems like the texture itself is set to black. Why is that? I'm sorry, it's set to white. Alright, let me look at the to a color rect. Okay. Is this... So it has to be a color rect? Is that... Dude, I wish I knew more about shaders. Here, let's try another one of these. Okay, we could try this one. It still looks pretty awkward though. Like it's kind of cool, but at the same time, kind of just looks like we're outside now. So we might want to add like something on the surface maybe, or maybe just on the corner pieces here on the edges. Hey, how's it going, Clovey? Forgot. I was recording some stuff yesterday, and I removed... Yeah, there we go. I don't know how I feel about this. What could we do instead? Hey, how's it going, Mr. Glick? Welcome, welcome. We could add like a script to handle like the edge pieces here, maybe to do something different, but like I don't think this is enough. Like having the shader here definitely is not enough. See, you made some changes to the Twilight mechanic. Yeah, so like the mechanic itself is still pretty much the same, but yeah, I did add a shader. Well, we just added it for funsies. Oh, look at that. It's an extra block right there. Yeah, I don't know how to make it look better. Let me see. Let's go back into our Twilight. I don't think the shader is good. That's probably the reason. What else do we have? Maybe this one? Star shader? This one's not bad. Like it's, you know, closer to the original one. I like shadertory.com. Converting GLSL to GD shader isn't too bad. A couple of keyword changes and such. I'll check it out. Yeah, actually, I kind of like this one a little bit more. I think we have to fix the corner pieces, though. I mean, the edge pieces here. To, like, help differentiate the two. Yeah, it'd be nice. I should spend some time, like, figuring out how to write my own shaders. Or, I don't have to write my own shaders, but just, like, know how to edit them. Because yeah, usually I just go on random websites and see what shaders we can find. Let me see, shadertory.com. Hey, this is the same one. This looks pretty cool too. Universe within. Here, let me favorite this. Game dev. Yeah, I'll have to investigate this some more. I don't want to do it on stream. But this looks... Wait, what? Warning? What's the warning? Oh. Took me a bit to look through the Godot docs, but they have a reference guide to convert GLSL to GD shader. I see. Okay. Yeah, I needed to just spend like a day looking at shader. Like I think my main issue is that I don't really know how they work, or like how to optimize it. So I'm always scared to touch shaders or like make my own shaders. But we might want to touch this one a little bit, or I might want to just add another tile map on top of this. Let me think. Let me actually see the shader. Yeah, maybe one of these days, or honestly, maybe even tonight, I'll watch a tutorial, because I'd like to edit this one, so that we can keep the borders here. I might just add a second tile map for the time being. Actually, no, that might be too much work. Let me see if we can figure it out right now. Trying to think if there's anything I use. Change the background color. Yeah, I could change the background color. I just want to change a specific color using shaders. If color, okay, yeah, this is what I want. So what I'm gonna do is add a border to it, so that you would see the outside lines here. Like, basically, it would look like this, like how it originally looked, but only within this line here. And maybe we can mess with the outside lines too, but we'll have to take it like one step at a time. So yeah, that's why I'm looking this up. I want to see, like, I want to only apply the shader to the black lines, which I think we'll actually get to work in just a second. Basically, we just want to check if the color is black. I think effect for color. Let's do this. Color is equal to, if color, okay. I think that's all we want to do, right? Oh wait, no, this is supposed to be 0. Alright, we're almost there. The outside lines are white. Or like the transparent lines are white. Why is that? Let me see. I think adding a second tile map with an auto tile outline shouldn't be too much. Yeah, I was thinking to do that, but yeah, I was hoping maybe we can just get it to work with the shaders. It should be easier with the shaders. I just, like I said, I don't really work with them. So then, I think we could just say color is equal to... You know, I'm not sure why, but we're saying if our color is equal to, like if it's not transparent. I wonder, maybe we messed something up here, or like maybe one is not working. Let me see, 0? No, everything is set to... If I set the texture to something else, like on our border here, maybe that would help. Like if I set this to red, then I could manipulate that color, but I don't know why the transparent one is being considered white. Color equals vector 4 color 1.0. Oh, plus background color. But yeah, this is only occurring on our black texture here. Don't know why. Let me open up this texture. What do we call it? Twilight. Dirt tile map. Maybe force it not to be on colors with 0 alpha. Well, yeah, that's what the if statement is for. It does say it only works on black textures with 1 alpha, with alpha being false, or like, you know, a fully, like an image that's fully there. Dirt tile map. Yeah, it says if current color is 0001, this is black, I'm pretty sure. But then everything else seems to be set to white. So I'm going to set this to red and see if that changes anything. It seems like nothing happened. Why is it touching all the other colors though? Background color? No. Yeah, we might just do it the tile map way. Oh, we're so close too. I feel like I'm really close to figuring it out. I'm trying to think if there are any other shaders that I use. Godot colors. Godot shaders. Alright, let me look at that code again. Oh, wait. Maybe this. Here, let me just try this out, see what happens. Hey, how's it going, DM? My American cousin. Alright, there we go, finally. And then, yeah, I think we could have just made it transparent. I don't know why didn't work last time. There we go. Okay. I think it's still pretty hard to tell, especially... Oh, we also want to make sure this texture is unshaded. Currently appropriating your culture, my good fellow, by consuming takeout food. Is that not a common thing in other countries? I also don't eat much takeout. My current diet consists of tea and caffeine pills. Yeah, we want to make sure this is unshaded. How do I make it? Let me see. What shaders do we use? Portal. Or see our player really quick. Player death material. Those like big stars seem pretty distracting. We might remove them. Also, I'm not sure what to do. Like, at a certain point, this starts to look like the background of the game, and I don't like that either. It looks alright. Oh, yeah, let's add the tunnel vision now. Maybe that'll look pretty cool. So I want to add like something to our UI that, like, you know, makes the screen darker. Or just like gets rid of the edges. What are those called? Is it called vignette or something like that? Vignette? Yeah, something like this, but like way more intense. I wonder if it could be like a vignette shader or something like that. Something like this. Or we could add a light mask. Let me see. Okay. Yo, how's it going, Skull? Doing pretty good. Now let's try. What would this have to be on? Shader type, canvas item, player position. Let me see. We could also just add a vignette like texture. I'm trying to think what would be better. Oh, We could also mess with our canvas modulate here. I don't think we have a... Yeah, we could add a script to it and basically... Oh, wait, what the hell? The alpha is set to 255. Oh, I think what we do is in our tech... we actually already do that. Let me see. In our world here. Canvas modulate dot visible is equal to true. Waiting for COD 3 Black Ops Zombies to install and hop on some games with my brother. Nice. COD 3, which... Is that the one before, the one that just came out? Canvas modulate dot visible. Where do we set the actual value for our canvas modulate? Let me see. Find in files. Really? Do we actually not ever use this? HUD, canvas layer, canvas modulate. Oh, okay. I said it. Let me see something. Oh, there we go. Okay. So we just need to grab a reference to this. You know what? Let me just set the color here. Let me copy this. And we're gonna grab a reference right now. Okay. Okay, so there are some objects that are still visible in the game, and there are also other objects in our game that are unshaded from our canvas module. So we can't use the canvas module. We'd have to put it on the HUD, on the UI layer, basically, which is fine. All right, let's do that. So we won't mess with our canvas modulate. I mean, we could put it on the I'm trying to think what would be the best approach, because we're not going to be using light nodes anymore, so we wouldn't want to make some sort of like something to cover the entire screen. And it... Alright, let's just figure this out. What's nice is if we put it on our UI layer, we don't have to worry about the low resolution. We can make it like a high resolution shader or texture, and it'll look kind of cool actually. But here, let me fix. Put our original color back. From where do I come up with new ideas? So this is technically, it's kind of like a mechanic that exists already in Celeste, or it's a combination of mechanics that already exist. I was suggested, someone suggested it on stream, but yeah, it technically does already exist. So I wouldn't say this is a new idea. Yeah. When it comes to, I don't know, bringing the idea into fruition, I kind of just, we kind of just mess with the code until we like it. Like, originally, it might have been, like faster than this, or, something like that, but... yeah, it's not very unique. Okay. Here, I'm gonna add a texture to our UI, just to test it out, see what it looks like. Our UI, we can either do it to our UI canvas or put it on the viewport canvas, because it technically is, it's technically not on our UI, right? It's like here. The viewport canvas, I think, is not bound to a low resolution. Let me see. Let's put we can put a vector to collision. Let's put... if you could bounce off walls on I was thinking of something similar, actually. Yeah. If you bounce off walls, then there would have to be some sort of punishment, right? Or like the level design associated with bouncing off walls. There would have to be either like a benefit to it, or something that you really want to worry about. Because like, if you bounce off the walls and it punishes you, then there's no difference to bouncing off the walls and just adding spikes to the ends. You get what I mean? But if we could come up with like a cool mechanic where it's beneficial to bounce off the walls, then I think it would be pretty cool. I would just have to figure out what that is, and like if it seems intuitive to the player, because like adding more complexity to the mechanic makes it so that people are going to struggle with the game more. Like I remember doing like with the simplest of mechanics, what I used to do with our trampolines was I did it based on like the distance from the player. Like depending on how fast they were falling, that's what determines the spring jump height. So if you jumped on it from a really high distance, you'd go really high up. Or not really high up, but just like the same distance that you jumped on it from. Which is, a lot of people were struggling with understanding that, or like it just didn't seem intuitive. So with the wall bounces, I had to see like what sort of thing could the player get from it, or if they're getting punished by it, then there's no point, right? Because then we can just add spikes and call it a day. Maybe some timings that require the bounces. Let me try to think. Like, so this little section here requires precision, or we could say it's not really precision. I think later on there'll be precision, because like right here, I think this is where you'll want to turn around. And I think, this is just me messing around with the rooms. I might edit this. With the bounces, like, I'd have to see it. Like, it seems weird that you stick to the wall. Yeah, I'm gonna fix that later. It's not gonna be that way. Either you're going to die if you hit the wall. Either you die, or you could, theoretically you could bounce, but I would just need to figure out why. Like what mechanic is associated with bouncing. Knock you out for a second or two? Like if you really bounced off a wall. Yeah. What we could do is maybe make it a hybrid where, like, bouncing off walls maybe here is not like much of a threat, but like, you're technically still in that state when you exit, and there's a 0.2 second timer before you exit the twilight state. And it could be that if you hit a wall right here, here, let me... So like right here, technically we're still in the in the twilight state. Like even though we're outside of the twilight, we're in the state, and then now we're in the fall state. But yeah, within that time frame, if there, let's say this wall was a little bit closer to the left, then you can enter the bounce, and then it would knock you out or something. I don't know. It could be an option. I do like the idea. I think the bouncing would be cool. Like it would be a fun mechanic, but I just need to make sure that it adds to the gameplay, you know. Let me see. What was I working on? Oh yeah. Let me finish the shade, the vignette. Let me add the vignette really quick. Texture rect. What is this? 1920? Nope. Oh, it's 320. Okay. By 180. I think then we would want to put this on the UI, or maybe make another like canvas node. We'll have to see. Let me just. Let's find a random vignette texture. Oh, big. We could also add a light node. We can make our own really quick. Let me see. What the hell? Why is our background set to gray? Oh, there we go. Okay, something like this, but we do want to make sure that the opacity changes. No. Hard edge. Let's remove hard edge. There we go. Something like that. Also, we would want the stick to be, I don't know if we should put it, like, we could put it on the player, actually. And then, as long as the minimum size is greater than our camera size, it would be fine. I can make it inside of Godot with a gradient 2D. Hey, how's it going, Psychoros? How's it going? Let's just see if this looks good. But I just realized if sometimes our camera is centered on the player, but if the camera size is too small, or I'm sorry, if if we're like near the edges of the room, it wouldn't be centered on the player anymore. So I think what we would want to do is actually put this on the player. So maybe making it a texture wouldn't be... Well, we'll test it out with the texture, but eventually we might want to use like a shader or something like that. So let me multiply this by... Wait, what is this? The minimum it could ever be is technically here, so that'd be 320 pixels to the right of this... To the right of the center? Would it have to be 4 times larger? Is my math correct? Or 2 times larger? Let's just do 2. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna throw this onto the player, see what it looks like. Add a texture. Actually, just add a sprite. What's going on today? We're currently just working on this mechanic I'll show you right now. Oh my god. This is kind of cool. It does make it... Maybe it's a little too intense, like the color. I'm trying to think what else we could do. What we could do on top of this is can't tell what's going on here. Yeah, it probably is very dark here. Horror mood, yeah. Oh yeah. If this is the first time you're seeing the mechanic too, it might be a little weird. So basically there are these like portals that you can enter, kind of like if if you've played Celeste, you go through these in the dream world where you jump through those blocks and they make you dash really far. It's kind of like that, but also in combination of having like that other mechanic in Celeste where you hit the leaf and it gives you full control, like full movement based on your input. I kind of like where this is going. How we handle this this texture though might be a little different. I mean, so what we could do is, oh, and I do need to fix. Right now we're actually stuck. Here, let's do this. I mean, yeah, quick fix would be just here. Let's call this tunnel vision. And we'll throw this on here for now. Grab a reference to it. Uncorrected. Oh. There's an extra S for that's special. So yeah, something like that, you know. Obviously probably want this to like fade in or something, or like close in. Maybe that's why using a, well, yeah, we could use, would you recommend with the no, you said something with the gradient 2D, probably could make it look fairly decent, or like the transition to look fairly decent. The vignette is impossible. You don't know where you're going. I mean, you could just make it bigger. Whoa. Increase the sprite. It's fully transparent for the most part, but yeah, I could increase the edges here. Here, let me just erase everything and just make this. Oh god. Let's just try. I don't want to make it too. Let me try 180. Yeah, the edge pieces look disgusting here. Why does it look like that? Oops. Increase the sprite transparency. No, like the transition in the script transparency from 0 to 100 to make. Oh yeah, I was thinking that, or more so, I was thinking of just making it, instead of making it transparent, like increase in intensity. I was thinking of like bringing the, like, you know, it goes from like that sort of, like if this was the full size, it would kind of like look like that, and then, you know, your FOV gets closer and closer. But relative to this circle, not to, like, relative to the entire screen, not just this circle. We'll see. I mean, it's all subjective, right? Like, I would have to test out each one and see which one looks good. That's better, right? Now it's not nearly as intense. And you do have, like, you do have vision, when you exit. So, like, I think for the most part, it's never gonna look like this, where, there's a long thing you have to traverse through. Continue a vignette shader to make the transition smooth. I mean, I think the transition is I don't think it's going to be that difficult to make. But it removed that intense mood, sadly. Oh no. What to do? I mean, what we could do is... No, the longer you're in it, the more it expands. Or the longer you're in it, the more... Oh, dude, what if it's like a timed thing where, like, you go inside and it kills you as you go in. So like it starts out big and then it starts closing in on you, and if you don't get out, you die. One less day till Friday, isn't it? Isn't it? It's Saturday. That'd be really cool. Yeah. In that case, maybe using a shader would be better. I would have to figure out what to do with that. I'm trying to think. But, there's also other things I could do. So, like, technically, like, right now we're just using, you know, a sprite on the player. I have these, not shaders, but, like, our materials for everything is unshaded. And instead of using an unshaded material, I could just use a shader like on each of these objects, and based on, but it's weird to just do that for the one object in our game, or like the one mechanic in our game. I think it's better just to make one node, unless this was the main mechanic of the game, but it's not. The shader is easy. All right, we'll do probably the shader. I'm just trying to think, like, what is the best approach? And we also need to figure out if that's the mechanic that we want it, like, if that's what we want the mechanic to be, that it gets smaller and smaller and then you die. And then, like, because, like, for certain things, there's only one direction for this one, right? So it gets smaller, but like not much can happen here. But this is like just us introducing the mechanic. For the most part, when you're traversing this part, it's you know, you're going to get across before it gets smaller, and then at this point it becomes like, can you cut corners fast enough? There's nothing to slow down the player, really, unless we made bouncing off the walls the mechanic. And then that's where we would include bouncing off the walls, where if you bounce off, you slow down or you go into the opposite direction. Look at that. We made it. We're bringing it back. Oh yeah, one class. That's what you were talking about. The freaking new version. I use particles for the same effect. You know me. Is this your game? Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, let me retweet it for you. This was from a long time ago, actually, but it's still really cool. Here, wait. I'll be right back. I have to use the bathroom. But each of these... Oh, crap. Particles would be pretty cool. That gives me some ideas, but I'll be right back. The particles don't like the lights, and the player is carrying the light. I see. Damn, it got chilly. You know, I don't really use Twitter, but I'll give you a follow. Sent a shader in general. Love the art in the game and the animation looks. Yeah, Cycros is very talented. He actually helped me with the particles. These particles here. Honestly, they could even be better. I'll have to look at them again one day. Look at all these people doing good today, I see. Are there oh yeah, 6 people. Yes. Pretty good. Sent a shader. Okay, let's see. Alright, let's see this Mr. Glick. So I'm trying to think like, wait, what is the exact approach? So we're gonna make it so that you go inside, and the longer you're inside, the more it closes, and if it closes, you die. So if that's the case, or with the also Sekira showed us something really cool where it's like we could also make it particles, which I think would be really cool too. I think we'll stick to the shaders for now, and if we want to make it more complicated as we go, we'll do that. Now it's a matter of figuring out if we want this to be... Wait, let me see. How does that shader work? Oh, let me remove this. Because, I'm trying to think, like, we can't just make it go towards the center of the screen, because sometimes the player will be on the left side of the screen or something like that. Let me see again. Does this go towards the center of the... Okay, yeah. So we would still be using the same sprite that we're currently using. The particles are more scary. You can make the dark beings come to you. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. I was thinking like the mechanic is supposed to be more like Twilight's a very nice word, like very friendly word. I wasn't thinking that it was going to kill you, but it kind of makes sense. Like maybe instead of calling it Twilight, we'll call it Twidark or something. I don't know. But yeah, let's go into our player. But yeah, I agree. The particles can get pretty scary. So we can literally put anything in there. For now, let's add a shader to this. New shader material. Call it death. Death. Okay, softness, multiplier. So this... So we want to make this 0, right? And there's currently already a texture on it, so... Just failing to exist anymore. No aggressive death, just failing to exist. Yeah, that kind of does make sense. Like it would be like a peaceful death, definitely. Oh, it needs to kill her. You can't let it let the player roam around in the dark. Yeah, for sure. Definitely. It will kill the player. And it like hurts the player over time. Like, you know, your field of view starts to decrease. Everything seems to be crumbling. And oh dude, I'm thinking of so many different mechanics where like also like if you're close to the light, you know, it's kinda like, oh, you're near the end of the tunnel. You see the light, you start like escaping or something like that. Maybe and then this is where like we can get really creative with the mechanic. You can maybe see like certain light nodes, or like there might be here I'm like stumbling all over my words, but we could put like, you know, checkpoints where like, you know, you hit a lamp right here and then it resets the mechanic, or resets the light so that, you know, you're not hurt anymore. If you've ever played Dead Cells, there's like these specific lamps that you have to touch that reset your I don't know, your field of view. You could do something like that. Make it an eco death where you wake up in your living room with the bong. Or you die and then it becomes this. Wait. This is gonna be a throwback. It becomes this.
Hey, you. Finally awake. You were trying to cross the border, right?
You stay too long, you get sucked. Yeah. Shader parameters. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna. So many ideas. I'm actually really excited for this. Damn, if only Bethesda was really cool, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, that's a great idea." Or I mean, there could be some sort of meme about it, like right, like in the specific room. Let's say you die, that's really hard. And then like you die right here, and then it could be like, I don't know, like a 2D version of that, where it's like, hey, you're finally awake. Something. Well, I'd love to work on Easter eggs, but there's just so much to work on that can't do it right now. Also, I'm wondering why don't I see the entire shader when I'm like over here? It's not too big of a deal, but I'm just curious. Oh, I guess because we're super zoomed in. I think there's like some shader parameters on this thing. Okay, let's go back to the shader here. Okay, the center and softness. Here, let me set this color to white so I can see. Alright, let's do red. So the center is 0, 0, right? Softness 100. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So we go from 100 to 0 real quick. You go from 100 and here, right? What the hell? Okay, it only matters from... I think I'd want to make this a square if this is the case. Four to 0. Okay, so we'd start out at 4. But I'm trying to think. Yeah, it kind of goes from, you know, it looks like an eyeball, but maybe that's fine. I don't know. Yeah, just make the sprite a square, yeah. You have to correct the aspect ratio. I wonder, would it be easy to correct it through the shader? Because I think the size, because it needs to be at least this big. So I would be increasing it on the y-axis, which is like technically a waist. Uniform float multiplier. It's easy to correct. Just use UV times 180 divided by 320. Right here. Dude, I know I really need to spend some time working on shaders because I know nothing about them. Oh. Something happened. What is the center now? Not that big of a waste. True. But yeah, I think we could figure it out with the shader, right? Need to recenter. What would the center be? Would it not still be 0, 0? Center. Do I have to multiply this by the center? The center. Oh, right. Okay. Wait, I'm confused. I think center plus UV on what? On instead of this? No. You know, I might just make it a square to make my life easier. Just make it a square sprite. Yeah. Well, like I said, I need to spend like a day just figuring out. Like I've been avoiding shaders my whole life. It's unnoticeable. Maybe 640 by 640. 360. Wait. Alright, let's just see. What did we call it? Tunnel vision? Tunnel vision texture. Call it tunnel vision texture 2. Okay. So we go from 4 to 0. So the starting texture is 4. Oh wait, probably 5. Oh, what? Let's go from 10. 10 to 1. We'll have to add a script to it. I'm trying to think. So it gets progressively closer to the player, and then at 0, poof, the player disappears and they're dead. Filming the ultimate grave taker. Thank you for the subscription. Was that? I don't know if those are ever, if they're Twitch subscriptions or YouTube subscriptions. I have to go look it up. But whichever one it was, thank you. My phone's dead. So I have to look it up on twitch.com, twitch.tv. I think it was a YouTube one. Thank you, man. Alright. So let's add a script here. Should I do it on the... Should we make it a tunnel vision script, or we could do it on the player? I think we'll just do it on the script, on this texture here. Make our life easier. Okay. What should we do? Like a func activated? Have to do. Is equal to false. We want a reference to the shader. Can we just do that? No, we can't. Just do the thing that should fix it. Yeah. Let's do the thing. Material.set shader parameter progress. Okay. Func activated. Do this. It's also gonna depend, like, do we want it to be based on the player's time, or like yeah, we'll figure it out as we go. We'll say var min min softness is equal to 0. Var max softness is equal to 10. And we'll do we could do a var current softness. I don't know if we need that though. Yeah, I don't think we need that. We'll just mess with the parameter here. So material dot set shader parameter of softness. We'll say it's equal to get shader parameter. Yeah, I think we will have a var current softness. It's equal to 10. Minus equals delta times, we'll say like strength or something, and we can mess with this value as we go. For now, we'll set it to 1. If activated, current softness minus equals delta times strength. And I think we'll call this update delta. Let's see. Material dot set shader parameter of softness to our current softness. Oh, yeah, I guess we could just do underscore update. We'll call this update texture. Update shader. Okay. If activated, current softness, and honestly, I think we can just. Oh my god. Just do that. And I think we'll want to grab or set a signal. And then have the signal connect to the player. Either that, or we can literally just check and then set the player's health to -1 or something. I think, yeah, I kind of don't like using signals, so we'll just do it this way. Although, yeah, we can just literally grab the player. Current softness minus equals delta times strength material dot set shader parameter softness of current. Softness. Okay. So let's do this. Eventually we're gonna want to fix the player script here, but let's do it while in state for now. Or you know what? Let's just do it in the movement function, twilight movement. Put it right here. Less for us to fix later on. Tunnel vision dot update shader delta. Oh, we don't have delta on this. Twilight movement. This is on what? Yeah, we could throw delta in here. Why is it still saying this? Perfect. Yes, this is exactly what we want. Let me just make sure we haven't finished everything yet. Okay, we need a reset to set the current softness to back to 10. Oops. Call this reset softness. Current softness is equal to max softness, and just update this to our current softness. Ooh. And then I don't know if we should do it here. We could say, like, if our current softness is less than or equal to 0. Less than or equal to 0. For now, let's just print it out, kill player. Okay. Nothing is happening. Oh, there we go. What the hell? Kill player is set to true. Our softness is... Oh, let's just make sure it's less than or equal to 0 that it gets set to 0. And then we need to stop. Well, it'll kill the... The transition seemed weird though, right? It was like almost too fast. Or it wasn't noticeable until much later. Let me see. Let's look at this again. Softness we want to set. I think 10 was too much maybe. Let's do 5. Actually, yeah, 10 is fine. Maybe the strength needs to be increased a bit. It's not even noticeable until much later. Until we're like in it for a longer period of time. I think there needs to be some sort of like, you know, some sort of indicator that it's gonna happen. Yeah, this is way too long. It's not even happening, what the hell? Let's see. Reset softness. Current softness is equal to max softness. Material.set current softness. Okay. Update shader. Current softness minus equals delta times strength. Material. Oh yeah. We want to make sure if it's set to 0, keep it on 0. So just do is greater than else kill player, and we'll just set this to 0. Okay. Yeah, the transition, we're gonna have to figure out what to do there. It's like too much. Goes from 0 to 100 really quick. You know, the texture is also wrong. Let's just make it like a white box or something. White square. Or, here, let's just update this to be black. Oh wait, that didn't make a difference. What the hell? Right. I mean, once we make it black, it'll be fine, but I still don't know why it's like super intense. Let me see. I feel like we need the softness to like scale relative to like the distance. It's like a lot of math involved. Hmm. I think we got it. On Twilight exit state, we want to make sure we reset this. Tunnel vision dot, what do we call it? Reset softness. And that should be it. Tunnel vision. Current softness minus equals delta times strength times current softness. Set this to 1. It seems like the let me see here. times current softness. Current softness is 10. I want the transition to be a lot faster here. Current softness times 2. I feel like we need to figure out the lerp values there. I'll figure it out tomorrow. I'm kind of tired. Alright. I will see you guys next time. Let me see if we could rate anyone.
Hope may feel beyond her grasp. Hope may feel beyond her grasp. Hope may feel beyond her grasp. Hope may feel beyond her grasp.
Oh my god, stop please.
Hope may feel beyond her grasp.
Alright, I'll see you guys.
Stop, please. Hope may feel beyond her grasp.
Alright, I'll see you guys.
Stop, please.
Alright, I'll see you guys.